Yes guys, so today I'm going to be doing pot pie. So I'm going to be using my Pyrex dish. I'm using 5% lean beef steak mince. I'm going to be using that. I've got the short crust roll pastry, short crust, vegetables, they are frozen, and also onion. Oh yes, salt, pepper to taste. Let's crack on. Oh yes. Right, welcome back guys. So, Grinch hoodie on again. It's cold, bloody freezing. Yeah, so I've got, as I said before, I've got my ingredients. The pastry is still in the fridge. I'm going to take that out in a little while. I've got my beef mince, my steak beef mince. I've got my onion that my sister chopped because I hate peeling onions. I've got my vegetables. Happy days right there. And yeah, they are frozen, but I just couldn't be bothered doing fresh vegetables, so I got the frozen ones. So yeah, it's let's have a look what it says in this. It's literally just frozen vegetables. That's all it is. You know, peas, carrots, green beans, and sweet corn. That's what's going to be going in this. Beautiful. So I've got my pan on. Not going to use oil. I'm going to use a rather large knob of butter. So I've got my stove on. That's on. I'm going to get this butter in here first. Bosh, in she goes. Hopefully this is not going to be a cock up, guys. Hopefully not. Watched a few recipes on this pot pie, and a lot of the people that have been watching have said they prefer to use butter than oil. So my eyebrows need trimming. Damn. So, and my hair needs cutting and I need a shave. Yes, I know. So before I do anything else now, I'm just going to give my hands a quick wash. So we'll just give the handies a quick wash. It is a clean tea towel as well, just in case there's any food police about. So just waiting for this butter to melt. I'm going to get my spatula, or as Andy likes to call it, a fish slice, whatever. Let this just melt down this butter. Don't really want too much, so I think I might just use a bit of this and then take the rest out. I don't know. We will see what happens, because I don't want to. Thing is, if I have it on too high as well, the butter will burn, and I don't want the butter burning. So I think we'll take, just chop it in half, really? Chop it in half again, and then chop it in half again. So butter's melting nice in the pan. So what we will do is we'll come back, but you'll be lowered down to the stove, and then we'll start putting everything together. So see you in a minute. Right guys, so we're back. Butter's melting nicely. So in we go first, in with the onions. Going to sweat these down a little bit first. Get these all sweating down. Where are you going? You're not escaping. Get out. There we go. So that can now go in the sink and get washed. So we're going to sweat these onions down first. I've turned my the ring up. I put it on 6. So we'll just wait for these onions to start sizzling away. Once these onions have started sizzling, then what I'll do, guys, is I'm going to keep sweating them off. And then just before I put the beef in, we'll come back. Right guys, so onions are sweating down really nicely. So basically what I'm going to do now is get the mince in there, get that browned off. So I'm going to have to open this packet. I should have done this before, but I forgot totally. So let's just cut this thing off here. Cut the sides off as well. It'll make it easier for me. Give me a second. They're just nicely browning away them onions. Oh yes, that's one whole onion in there, by the way guys, just one whole onion. So now in we go. Bosh, mince in, boom. That can go in there. Give my hands a quick wash. Nice quick wash with the handies. And let's start breaking this up. Get it all broke up. Because I don't want massive clumps in this. I want nice mince in there. Some beautiful little mince. Oh yes. Get it in there. Start moving it around with them onions. Oh yes. Now, like I say, never done this before, never done a pot pie before, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm hoping it's going to be absolutely banging. I'm just going to keep breaking this up and moving this mince around until all the mince is cooked. Small pieces, because it has to be browned off first, guys. It's got to be browned off. I'm not messing about with big chunky pieces of mince. So, yep, we're gonna just keep stirring this, and getting this mince browned off. As soon as this mince is browned off, guys, I will bring you back. See you shortly. Right guys, welcome back. I'm now going in with about 250, 300 ml of stock, beef stock. That's going in. Oh yes. Oh dear. Gonna turn this up to full whack now. And we're just gonna reduce this liquid a little bit, just to get this liquid down. Because right about now is when I throw that veg in there. Oh yes. Just going to throw some frozen veg in there. Not too much, but not too little. So, bosh, peas, carrots, sweet corn. Boom, that'll do. That will do it, I think. Just mix that in with that. Oh yes. And don't forget, what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to let it cool down all the way. Once it's all done and all cooked, I'm going to let it cool down while it's in the dish, this dish. And then we're just going to put the short crust pastry, when it's totally cooled down, over the top, brush it with egg, get it in the oven for about 40 minutes. And we're going to be having this, me and my sis, when she gets home from work, we're going to be having this with some chips. So we will see how this bad boy turns out. So while that's going to be going away like that, all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to add a little bit of basil, not a lot, just a bit of basil over the top, just like that. We'll give that a stir. Just the basil, get that going. Oh yes. Let's get that going in there like so. Do, 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 do. We've got a new intro as well, so you might see that at some point later in the day. Not like, well, an intro timer, should I say, an intro timer, not an intro. So we're just going to get this lovely jabbly. So now I've done that, I'm going to go in with a couple of teaspoons, oh yes, of lazy garlic. So that's going in there. Bosh, that's two teaspoons in there. That can go in the sink now, and he's washing. Otherwise my sister's going to have garlic coffee, so that has to go in there. But yeah, that is about it. So this is going to be cooking away, simmering away for about 20 minutes now. 20 minutes with the lid on, just simmering away. But before I do that, one final thing, some flour, because what'll happen is this will help, hopefully help thicken the gravy up. Yeah, it'll help thicken the gravy up, hopefully, with a bit of luck. A little bit of flour, there we go, that'll help thicken the gravy up. We're just going to stir that in, just to help thicken that gravy up, just to get that gravy nice and thick. Bit like a few people I know, but ayo, never mind. But you can see it's starting to thicken up already. It is starting to thicken already, this. Oh mate, this is going to be banging. Absolutely banging, hopefully. Mr. Paul hopefully doesn't cock up the cooking again. So I'm going to turn this down to a nice little simmer, and guys, once this is done, we shall be back and we'll put it in this dish ready to cool it. We'll see you shortly. Right guys, so as you can see, this has thickened up really, really nice. Oh yes. So in a sec, I'm going to put it into the Pyrex dish. But before I do that, you know, it's got to be a little taste. Just a, oh yes, just a little taste. Let's have a look. Two things I forgot. I forgot salt, just to salt it up a little bit. Got to have a bit of flavour to this, haven't you? Oh yes. And oh yeah, come on. And a bit of pepper, bit of salt and pepper in there. Oh yes. Salt and pepper to taste has to be done. Then we give this a bit of a stir again. Oh yes, get all that in there. I mean, look at that. So this is going to be awesome, this, hopefully. I'm hoping there's enough here to fill this dish, because if there isn't, then I might have to get something else and put it in that instead. Pardon me. Right, so now that's all incorporated a little bit. I'm going to turn that heat off. Bosh, off goes that. And let's have another little Clean spoon, I think. Yep. Don't use the same spoon, Paul, that you've had your gob round. Have a bit of this now. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh yeah. So guys, all I'm going to do now, take it off here and just tip it straight into this. Boom. And I get this, get all that out of there. Yeah, I think I might have to use something else because there's not enough in there for that Pyrex dish. Oh, fucking what a cock up. Right, okay, so I'm going to get something else and I'll use that instead. Possibly a pie tin or something like that. I've got one in the cupboard, so I thought it was going to come up here, but it hasn't. So we're going to be putting it in something else and we'll go from there. Back in a sec. Oh there. Right guys, welcome back. Had to transfer it into a pie tin. There's a little bit left over, but as you can see, pie tin is full. The little bit that's left over, I'm just going to munch it now, to be honest. But yeah, gonna let this cool down completely, and then put my short crust pastry over the top, and then it'll go in the oven for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that, just so I can get it ready in time for the chippies. So yeah, we'll be back when I'm ready to put the pastry on and then take it out the oven. But yes, looking nice. So we'll see how it turns out. So yeah, cock up number one, didn't buy enough for the Pyrex dish, but oh well, how sad, never mind. Back in a bit guys, when it's time for nearly food time. Oh, said the frog. Right guys, as you can see, obviously it's not in the Pyrex dish because there wasn't enough filling to go in it. So move that out of the way a sec, put the pie on there. Got my pastry here. It is the ready rolled short crust pastry. That is going to be coming out of its sleeve. Whatever pastry is left out of this, guys, I'm going to roll it into a ball and freeze it because I'm going to be using it again. So let's get this pie dish over here. Whatever pastry is left. Here we go. So hanging a little bit, let's get it over there. Beautiful. So now just leave that there a second, get myself a little, hopefully, there we go, a freezer bag. Get myself a freezer bag to put the rest of this pastry in. The oven is preheating. A little bit of a pastry bag. Going to see where this is. Oh yes, that'll do. Because obviously I've got no pastry on the top, I'm not going to use the sticky bit and just do the eggy around it. But I am going to be putting a glaze over the top. So, let me get a knife. There we go. Just cut this pastry off there. That'll do. Put this pastry to one side because I can use this for something else at a later date. Fold this up, put that on there, like so. Just going to press this all the way around onto the pie dish, like so. Bring this pie dish up, get this paper there. Just there we go. Get my knife and just run round the edge of the pie dish like so. Boy, yes. I hope my sister's going to like this when she gets home from work, because we're going to be having chits with this. And if it comes out a little bit dry, I'm not bothered, because the simple reason being, what I will do with this is I'll just do some gravy with it. Simple, nice and easy. So that, in a bit, will be going in the freezer. Put it in the bag, take all the air out of it. Just leave a little bit at the top there, just so I can do that. And then, bosh, done. So that can go in the freezer. Put that over there for now. So, that's what's going to be happening. All I'm going to do now is grab a fork, and I'm just going to go around the edge with the fork and just crimp it around the edge of the pie. I'm rid of that fuzzy thing. Get rid of that in the bin. And then all I'm going to do is just crimp around the edge with a fork, just like that. And hopefully this will be banging with a bit of luck. And don't forget as well, guys, I am at some point, not just yet, but maybe in a week or so, I'm going to be attempting a egg custard. Just give an egg custard a go, why not? Might as well try it and see what happens. So that can go in there now. Boom. Just crimped it round the edge. So now, get myself an egg. Just grab a whole egg. I only need one. Don't need many eggs. I'm going to throw this egg into a... I'm just going to put it in a cup. I'm not going to mess a bowl up just to do that. So do that. Crack that egg in there. Use another fork. Give this a beat up. Move the pie over there so I can see what I'm doing. Like I say, my oven's heating up, guys. The oven is heating up nicely. So, egg is whisked, done. So now, I'll just get my little silicone brush, dip that in, and just whap it all over. Oh yes, gonna be banging this, hopefully. With a bit of luck. I do need a normal brush on this because this is not really a good brush, that, to be honest. So what happens when you go to B&M, you get cheap stuff. Try and get it as well done as I can. Get it round the edge. All on the edges. Oh yes. Get that all over. Now there's only one thing that is left to do, and that is, oh guys, look at that. That looks epic. Oh there. That looks epic. Yeah, got that nice glaze all over it. So now there's only one thing left to do, and that is, I'm just going to put a little air hole in the top just to help that steam escape. It's got to be done. Let that steam escape through that little hole. Now the thing is, if it bubbles over the top, I'm not too bothered. You know, it's not perfection, this. And now, guys, whoa, exciting. I'm going to put this in the oven, 220, for about 30 minutes. Keep checking on it, and then we'll come back and get everything else sorted. The chips, the lot. See you shortly. Oh yes. Right guys, so 30 minutes later. Don't drop it, Paul. Look at that. Oh yes. Now that's a pie. Half each for me and missus. My chips are going in now. So what we'll do is listen to that sizzle. Listen to that. Oh yes. So what we'll do is, I'm going to cut this pie in half right now. Oh there. Oh yes. Cut this pie in half, right down the middle. I'm going to get it out with a fish slice, aka spatula. Get it on the plate, get the chips on there. We'll come back and we'll show you it before I do a taste test. Oh yes. Right guys, so there we have it. I was going to do homemade chips, but I'm too tired guys, I just couldn't be bothered. So there's the filling of the pie, and ooh, and chips in the deep fat fryer. Oh yes, let's get to the table. Right guys, good evening sis, welcome back from work.
Hi.
You had a busy night?
That was horrible.
Nice, that's what I like to hear. But yeah, as you saw a bit earlier, I couldn't put it in the Pyrex dish because there just wasn't enough filling in it, and it was about that far from the top, so it wouldn't have been really nice. So I decided to put it in the tin instead. But chips and, well, a pot-ish pie. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna comment on this before my sis, but without further ado, let's bite first, bite hard.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Wait. So in with the crusty pastry, and let's grab a little nice chippy chip as well. Oh yes. Let's go. Oh there.
I'm not grabbed a chippy chip.
Mmm.
Pastry and the filling.
You're just doing the filling?
And the pastry.
And the pastry. Mmm. That pastry.
If you can hear this.
Pastry's nice, nice. Filling's nice.
Pastry's nice.
Well seasoned as well, guys. Oh yeah. Chips. Roll that in a bit of that. Oh. think I should have had a bit of gravy with this, but hey, oh, never mind.
Don't need gravy.
Oh,
No.
And chips are nice as well. Beautiful. Oh, yeah.
One person that I know that would like that pie with the stuff in.
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you all want to know who Justin is, it's my grandson.
The other don't know who Justin is. He's been on a few videos.
Yeah.
If you can't remember. It's because she's old.
Well, I'm not as old as you, bro.
You know, well, I know, but you look older. But 8 years younger, but look 10 years older.
Shut up.
Just saying.
Justin's never liked mince, but now he eats mince.
That pie is nice, that pastry.
Pastry is delish.
Oh, yes. But in that, the filling is sweet corn, peas, carrots, swede.
Onion.
Yeah. Well, yeah, an onion, but the rest of it was in the veg without the onion. But very tasty. Right. I'm not going to rate this because I cooked it. But
Really?
yeah, I'm going to let you rate it. That's nice.
I'll go.
So,
Well, let's say staff, pain in the backside. I'll give him a 3. But
3 for the staff?
But
Really?
overall, the food 7 and 8. But it's really nice.
Okay, 7 out of 8. Not bad. I'll go with that. 7 out of 8. I'm happy with that. 7 out of 8. Oh yes. I think what she means is 7 out of 10, but I'll go with 7 out of 8 all day long.
Behave.
So, hey?
Behave.
But yeah, guys, thank you kindly for watching. Thanks to all the subscribers, the members, everyone. Really appreciate every single one of you. Big loves. Stay safe. We shall see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.